Hello everyone, welcome to the EMR presentation developed by ATI Limited. ATI Limited is one of the largest ICT industries in Bangladesh. They excel in developing state-of-the-art EMRs and hospital management systems. The EMRs and hospital management systems, beside a large number of ERPs developed by ATI Limited, is used by many hospitals in the country. Not only Bangladesh but also hospitals outside of the country use them as well. In our demo today, we will show you the EMR as developed by ATI Limited. For our case, we are logging in to a remote server which is hosting our software, and for the hospital logo we have provided here a sample logo, and we will call our hospital as XYZ Hospitals. This is the login page that you will see once you give a domain name. So I'm going to log in first time. I'm going to use the username of Shuhag. Here it comes, and I'm going to give a password for this one. This account has already been registered. It's asking me to save the password, which I won't. And as you can see, this is the dashboard. We can filter the results of the appointments in the EMR system based on the dates as specified here. You can select the start date till the end date, and if you don't want to specify any dates, just click on this date range. Also, you can filter the dates by the names. For example, if I can just give here the name Juan. So Juan was one of our patients, and we will see his name, his photo which Juan did not add, and the chief complaint which he didn't define, and we will see the details of his appointment time, which is 2nd of August, and the time is 7:31 a.m. And we will see here all the other information of Juan, such as his age, his gender, his reference number, his registration number, and all the details. On this bar we will see the number of appointments made using this EMR, the number of bills that have been paid within this date, of course, the number of people who have arrived and who have completed and who are waiting, the number of people who are inside the room and who are already out, finally who are referred to other doctors, and who has referred this patient to that doctor needs to be specified in this tab as well. Now, without wasting any more time, let us proceed to one of the appointments. As you can see, here is an option. We have got the all modules option on your left side, and you can click on the EMR, which stands for electronic medical records, and we'll see here three options: the nurse station, the service station, and the appointment OPD. Now, since we are making a new appointment for a patient, I'm going to show you how this appointment is made. So I'm going to click on the appointment OPD option, and we see this module. In order to set up an appointment, I'm going to go to the all modules. I can see here a number of options, which is EMR, information, appointment, schedule, setting up, and dashboard. In order to make a new appointment, I'm going to click on this appointment link, and I'm going to select OPD appointment. Here we see a search box by the doctor's name or by specialization. For example, if you want to have an appointment for a cardiac patient, we can just select CAR, and we get in cardiology and cardiovascular surgery, we get the names of the doctors. Instead of specifying the specialization, you can also specify the name of the doctor. For example, Dr. Rokibul Hassan is under cardiology. So I'm going to select Dr. Rokibul Hassan, and I see his details here. He's an FCPS of the department for which he works, and on his specialty. We can see the number of patients who are already registered under primary consultation. We can see the patients who are in follow-up consultations, and we can see that in total he has got 2 appointments. As we add new appointments under this doctor, the number of appointments here will increase. In order to set up an appointment, we have to select an option from here. As you can see, there are multiple options, multiple time slots in which the doctor is available for the patient. We'll go down and we'll select an evening time. Let it be 6 p.m. and we see that on this very day the doctor is free. If you go to the next day, we can just create a slot and we can have the application start, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to stick to the current date right now, and we have the slots back. The doctor has not yet added any slot for the next day, since the slots are customized based on the doctor's availability. So I'm going to select from one of the options from the slot selected today. I see that 6:40 p.m. evening is free, so I'm going to click on the green button here, which calls itself booking, in order to complete our booking for the appointment. Once we click on the booking button, we see an appointment booking pop-up tab where you can place the patient's registration number. You can insert the name of the patient or search by the date of birth which you have added, or the contact number of the patient. Minimum 3 digits of the contact number needs to be specified. The doctor's name, as we have selected Dr. Rokibul, will stick to that. And the consultation type, the appointment type, should be primary consultation, since it's the first time the patient is meeting the doctor. And if he or she has any chief complaint, we're going to add the chief complaint here. So let us add here cardiac arrest. And we're going to create a new registration under new patient's name. As we click on the new registration button, we'll get a patient registration form, which is another pop-up. Here you can see patient information tab with the contact information and the emergency client information. As we go down, we'll see the address information and the insurance information, which is an insurance which a patient can add if he or she already has it. What's important for us to identify is that there is an option called name, date of birth, and gender, which are marked with asterisks. Now, the options that are marked with asterisks are mandatory. These options must be filled up in order for the patient registration form to complete. Otherwise, the completion procedure will not go according to plan. The other options which are not marked with asterisks can be added later or are optional for the patient to add. Now let us first fill in a patient's name. I'm going to add this patient's name as Ramiro. The middle name will be Flores, and the last name will be Cruz. Ramiro Flores Cruz. I'm going to add the date of birth as 9th of September 1973. And as I press a tab, you see the age is automatically calculated as 42 years, 10 months, and 24 days. The place of birth, I'm going to add it as Chile. The gender of the patient, I'm going to give it a male. And blood group, B positive. All the other information is not mandatory. If you want, you can add it. So the language that they speak, I would say there are lots of options, Silicon or English. We can select many options from here. As you can see, we are providing a list of large number of options. We're going to select English. You can select all the other information if you want. Stamping, why is he going for? He's going for a cardiac surgery. His priority, is he a diplomatic person? Is he a concealed person? A general patient? Let's select general patient. And then you can also add a patient's picture, which is also an optional feature for the patient. You can just browse, select any picture from the list and just add. I'm not going to do so because the patient's picture is not available right at this point of time. You can add the phone numbers, work phone or cell number. Let's add the cell phone number. And you can add the patient's email, Ramiro Cruz at gmail.com. You can add contact information, and finally, if the patient doesn't have any other information to provide, just press save. So here the Tahoma font is not supported, but we have already generated the patient's registration information. So we'll go for an appointment from here. So let us see what has happened with the appointment list of the doctor. As you can see, in 6:40 p.m. the doctor has already a booking for Ramiro Flores Cruz in the place of primary consultation. So if you want, you can cancel this booking or you can keep this booking. Since we have just made a booking, we'll keep it to show up you the next steps. And we see another consultation appointment being made at 9:10 a.m. under the name of Juan Munoz. So you can see the list of the appointments made here under the doctor's list. So now for the next step, if I want to see the list of appointed patients, and if the doctor Rakibul Hassan wants to add prescriptions, he needs to go to all modules. He needs to click on EMR and see the appointments. These are all his appointments right now. Now, vital signs needs to be added for the patient before he enters the doctor's room. In order for them to do that, the patient must be addressed by the nurses. So in the all modules of the EMR, you go to the EMR option and you see there's a nurse station. We click on the nurse station and we see the chief complaint as Ramiro Flores Cruz is cardiac arrest, and the appointment time has already been specified. What we need to add is that we need to ensure that the patient has arrived. After the patient arrives, the nurse needs to take the vital signs. So once we click the arrive button upon the patient reaching the station, we take the vital signs by using this button. You see it reads take VS, which stands for take vital signs. So we click on this button and we are presented with another pop-up that says vital sign entry. Here you have lots of options such as pulse rate, temperature, the heart rate, the systolic blood pressure, the diastolic blood pressure, and the position in which this blood pressure was taken. So the fact that we have here is that we need to add the pulse. So let's say that the pulse is 40 beats per minute. We need to take the patient's blood temperature, say it's 102 degree Fahrenheit, and we need to add the RR. Let's say that it's 30 RRs per minute. What was the temperature source? You have a lot of options. I'm going to stick to oral because that's how we collected the patient's data. In the systolic pressure, I'm going to say 170, and in the diastolic pressure, I'm going to give a 76 diastolic pressure, and it was taken in sitting. The height of the patient, I'm just going to add the height, 5'7" 7 inches. The weight of the patient, I'm going to say he weighs about 107 pounds. And we get the BMI, and the BMI is automatically calculated. In order to take the heart rate, we're going to add 30 beats per minute heart rate. After adding all the vital signs, we're going to click on the save button and save our information. As we see, the color of these buttons have already been updated. We have got an update VS option and the update history option. So since we have already added the vital signs, the color of this button has changed from blue to orange. So the vital signs are all being added. The next job would be to click on all modules, go to EMR and click on this service station button. So the service station button will be activated once the patient has reached the hospital to take service and the vital signs have already been entered, and the patient is now ready to see the doctor. So here you can see the patient's details are being given. We didn't add any pictures, so Ramiro Flores Cruz's picture is right now not present. And we are going to click on this arrive in service station button, which reads arrive in SS, SS standing for service station, in order to ensure that the patient is ready for checking and treatment. So we click on this button, and the face of the button changes from arrive in service station to doctor room in. Now the patient is ready to enter the doctor's room. For suggestion, if the doctor is free, he can take the patient in by clicking on the doctor room in, or this can be pressed by the service station personnel who's assigned for this job. So after we click on the doctor room in, it asks for please confirm, and once we confirm it, the patient is inside the doctor's room, so there are no more patients as shown in this list. The next target would be go to the all modules and handle the patient by the doctor. We click on the EMR, go to all modules, click on the EMR, and the doctor can click on the appointment OPD to see the list of the patients in his service. So they're all waiting. If one patient has finished, you can just click on room out. Once we concern, that patient will be out of the room, and there will be only one patient, now Ramiro Flores Cruz, for whom we have got the option of room out and service wait. So the doctor can either make him wait, or can either take him out of the room if his treatment is done. Since we have just entered the room, we're going to give him some treatment, and the doctor will assign some a prescription for Ramiro and some investigations. In order to do that, the doctor will have to click on Ramiro Flores Cruz's username, which is given here, and a link will open up. Once we click on the name, we see Ramiro Flores Cruz's patient profile will open up. We can see the chief stamping given by Ramiro is cardiac surgery. The administrative priority, he is just a general patient. Any allergic information was not provided. Allergy alert, no critical allergy was stated. Since the allergy information was not provided, we get the vital signs which the nurse entered in here, the summary of the vital signs which the doctor can easily see. The patient's